Bizchicks TV. This is the place to be for tips, tools, strategies, everything you need to take the hassle out of your hustle and build a profitable business that's fun to run. Now, every Tuesday, we have the digital diva in the house, Terry Johnson, online from New York City. She brings us everything that we need for social media strategies, for digital marketing. And today we're going to be talking about the golden rule. So get your pen, your paper, put your chair in its upright position, and let's get ready to learn. We want to welcome everybody watching live and on the replay. And without further ado, here is Terry Johnson.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another marketing chat for this week. It's been really exciting. Things have been happening. I've been keeping my eye on a story. Let me get a sip of water first because it's warm here. I got the windows open. I know my allergies are going to kick in, so I need my water. All right, so this is another. I'm calling this another marketing meltdown.
Uh-oh.
And yes, it's really big. I don't know if you guys have heard it. Well, if you have, we're going to discuss it. And it ties into, and I'm calling this the golden rule of marketing. I did a search. I did ChatGPT. Everything, different things came up, but I was like, this is like this brand. Oh my God, I gotta get my. I'm just so like this old brand just blew up. All right, so let's get to it. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, Bud Light has a new campaign for March Madness, and I want to roll what it is. So
Okay.
let me. So have you heard of it while I'm doing this?
I personally have not heard of it.
Okay, so let's.
And that might be because I didn't watch March Madness either.
Well, I didn't either. I only paid attention when the LSU ladies won, and there was that whole thing about going to the White House. But there was a commercial. I believe it was shown during March Madness. Okay, so let me bring this. And this is an influencer named Dylan Mulvaney. She is transgendered. Okay. So
Okay.
now I got an incognito window, so I want to make sure that we can see it. So let me zoom it. Okay. Can you guys see
Yes,
that?
I can see that
Okay.
better.
All right. So now I'm going to read the caption before I play it. So she says, Happy March Madness. Just found out this had to do with sports and not just saying it's a crazy month in celebration of this sports thing. At Bud Light is giving you the chance to win $15,000. Share a video with the hashtag Easy Carry Contest for a chance to win. Good luck. Hashtag Bud Light Partner. So let me get rid of this. I want to make sure that you can see it. Does it need to be bigger before I play it?
I can see it.
Okay, let me see one more. I really want you to see it. All right, so I'm going to play it. I hope the sound is going because I didn't see the little check thing about the sound, but oh, I think that's me.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, okay, let me refresh it. Yeah, there's a sound button for it's oh shoot, it just all right, let me get the thing because there's no
Bud Lights for us.
Right, let me go back.
So I kept hearing about this thing called
There's no pause button. Okay, let me
carrying skills, right? I got some Bud Lights for us. So I kept hearing about this thing called March Madness, and I thought we were all just having a hectic month, but it turns out it has something to do with sports. And I'm not sure exactly which sport, but either way, it's a cause to celebrate. This month, I celebrated my day 365 of womanhood, and Bud Light sent me possibly the best gift ever, a can with my face on it. Check out my Instagram story to see how you can enjoy March Madness with Bud Light and maybe win some money too. Love ya! Cheers! Go team! Whatever team you love, I love too. Okay. Love ya. Okay, break a leg. Woo!
Okay, so did we get that or do we need to play it again?
I saw it. So
Yeah. So she is partnering with Bud Light, owned by Anheuser-Busch Corporation, which has a lot of beverage lines. Beer is one
mhm.
of them. So this is supposed to be a contest, and it's to announce the contest. Now, there's been a lot of backlash and flack over this, and before I get into this, I just want to say that the messaging, pay attention to the messaging is what I pay attention to, not to the fact that this is a controversial area because she's transgendered and all that. We're not looking at that. We're looking at the messaging of this. Okay, so do I need to play it again so we can listen to what she's saying?
Yeah, let's do it again.
Okay, because I want you to listen. I don't want you to look. I want you to listen. Listen to the words.
Hi. Impressive carrying skills, right? I got some Bud Lights for us. So, I kept hearing about this thing called March Madness, and I thought we were all just having a hectic month.
Okay, let me stop it there. I heard about this thing called March Madness. Okay, did you hear that? This
Yes.
thing called March Madness. Okay.
But it turns out it has something to do with sports. And
it has something to do with sports.
I'm not sure exactly which sport, but
I'm not sure exactly what sport.
Either way, it's a cause to celebrate. This month, I celebrated my day 365 of womanhood, and Bud Light sent me possibly the best gift ever, a can with my face on it. Check out
cans with her face on it.
My Instagram story to see how you can enjoy March Madness with Bud Light and maybe win some money too. Love ya! Cheers! Go team! Whatever team you love.
Go team! Whatever team you love.
I love too.
I love too.
Okay. Love ya. Okay. Break a leg. Woo!
Okay, break a leg. All right. All right, now I'm ready. So let's talk about that for a second. The messaging, I don't know what sports this is. I don't know what this is about. Yay, go team. Also, the Breakfast at Tiffany's look. That's a part of the messaging. Okay, so now let's get into it. So what happened? There's a lot of backlash towards Anheuser-Busch. Some conservatives were angry because they partnered with the transgendered social media influencer. All right, so what's going on is, and there's another video I want to show you. I want to make sure I got my notes together. So what happened is there was angry backlash from the drinkers of Bud Light.
Mm-hmm.
Who they have destroyed Bud Light cans. They have poured out their Bud Light. They will claim they will never buy anything from Anheuser-Busch again, and they're switching to beer brands. Celebrities got in on this meltdown. Singer rapper Kid Rock posted on Instagram where he fired a semi-automatic rifle at a table of Bud Light. Here's his quote: "Grandpa's feeling a little frisky today. Let me say something to all you and be as clear as possible. F Bud Light. F Anheuser-Busch. Have a terrific day." And then he takes the gun and he shoots the Bud Light. The conservative podcaster or commentator Ben Shapiro said something. Former Major League Baseball player Aubrey Huff tweeted something, and I love what he said. This is what he tweeted: "Talk about not knowing your target market. My God, how dumb do you have to be at Bud Light?" So there was other people, other things going on social media. People throwing their beer away. I've seen lots of comments on Twitter and Instagram saying they will never, ever, ever buy anything from Anheuser-Busch. I've seen some bar owners said they're not carrying it in the bars and all kind of things. Now, Anheuser-Busch hasn't really tweeted since this. This was March 30th. And let me check today because I haven't looked at it since I looked at it yesterday. Let me go to Instagram and see if Anheuser-Busch has said anything. Or but I think it's Bud Light. Let me see. Bud Light. Bud Light. Okay. Bud Light has not. Is this something? Yes, March 30th on Instagram. No post. Today is what? April 11th.
April 11th.
April 11th. The ice age in online timelines of you post more than once a day. They haven't posted since March 30th. Let me check Twitter. So on Twitter, they've got several hashtags going. One of them that I looked at was hashtag Bud Light went woke. And it's very interesting. All the comments of we're not buying anymore. We're not doing anything with them. We're getting together. It's a boycott, blah, blah, blah. Hashtag Bud Light boycott. Hashtag everything you want to put in. Okay, so that's social media. I didn't check Facebook because that was just enough. That was enough for me to check. All right, so here is what Anheuser-Busch has put out since March 30th. One statement. Anheuser-Busch works with hundreds of influencers across our brands as one of many ways to authentically connect with audiences across various demographics. From time to time, we produce unique commemorative cans for fans and for brand influencers like Dylan Mulvaney. This commemorative can was a gift to celebrate a personal milestone. It is not for sale to the general public. But going back to Dylan's post, she was promoting a contest, right?
$15,000 for the contest. Okay.
Right. So so Anheuser-Busch makes this statement about the cans. They address nothing else. Nothing else. Okay, so now this has made the national news. So we got a video for that. Let me pull that up. ABC News did something. I'm pretty sure all the others I did not check and see if CBS and NBC they probably did. So let me bring up. Here we go. So let's look at this. And I want to make this a little bigger. I'm trying to get rid of this. Why is the YouTube Premium? They're trying to get you to do that. Okay, so we can see that clearly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's play.
This morning, backlash brewing against Bud Light over its product placement deal with TikTok star Dylan Mulvaney, a transgender actress.
I got some Bud Lights for us.
Her post on Instagram last week, showing her surrounded by cans of beer, connected her transgender status to what has historically been a male-dominated brand.
This month, I celebrated my day 365 of womanhood, and Bud Light sent me possibly the best gift ever, a can with my face on it.
The hashtag Go Woke, Go Broke has been trending online, with some customers turning against the beer, including musician Kid Rock.
That's the video.
Bud Light, Anheuser-Busch. Have a terrific day.
Bud Light and its parent company, Anheuser-Busch InBev, have apparently been silent on social media. Not a single tweet from either since the day of Mulvaney's Instagram video. But the company did release a statement after false claims were made about the Bud Light marketing team being fired, saying, "From time to time, we produce unique commemorative cans for fans and for brand influencers like Dylan Mulvaney. This commemorative can was a gift to celebrate a personal milestone and is not for sale to the general public."
Bud Light had been kind of a brand of bratty, kind of out of touch humor.
Bud Light's vice president of marketing recently appeared on the Apple podcast Make Yourself at Home.
This brand is in decline. It's been in decline for a really long time. And if we do not attract young drinkers to come and drink this brand, there will be no future for Bud Light. What does evolve and elevate mean? It means inclusivity. It means shifting the tone.
Bud Light's marketing chief went on to emphasize the need to appeal to both men and women. Observers have noted the lack of social media posts from the brand during major sporting events.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here.
So let me stop that. Let's get out of that. All right. So the ABC News piece has there's a lot of stuff in there. They included the young lady that was talking at the end. She is the head of the marketing department
Mhm.
that was in charge of this campaign. So if the buck stopped with her. So her attitude was like, oh, this is something, she called it brand, and they need to get with the times, and we need to have inclusivity and blah 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 blah. So she pretty much blew up the brand. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but based on her words, I think, yeah, she knew what she was doing. But see, this is it. You have to know your core customer. That is the golden rule of marketing. Know your core customer. Do not abandon your core customer. Other brands have done this, and I'm thinking specifically in the black hair care line. We talked about a couple of them. I think
Yeah.
it was Shea Moisture,
Yep.
Carol's daughter. I saw one a week ago, Miley. They did the same thing. Black owned, woman owned hair care product line for years. Black women have loved it because there's a special thing we had to do with our hair. I'm sorry. We need different ingredients from
Right,
other
right, right.
cultures. So that's why there's so many black hair care lines that have come out, especially for natural hair. But what she did was she was bought by P&G, I think,
Mhm.
in January of this year. And now the complaints are coming out from her core customer saying that the product does not work anymore because P&G changed it.
Right, because they put it on, what is that? As
They changed the oil.
the
See, this is
formula.
what happens. Yeah, they changed the formula because that they're more mass market. So they said, well, we'll use this type of oil because it's cheaper to use on a mass production scale.
And
But
and
see,
and
right,
they
and that
forgot.
doesn't work. Right,
No.
but see, the person who, like Carol's daughter, her mother made them in the kitchen, and she used shea butter. She used this. She didn't use palm oil, cooking oil, whatever that oil is, canola.
Right.
That's
So,
what they do. So they think because, well, we're gonna switch out, not cheaper, but it's more cost economical for mass production of products, not knowing that those kind of things don't work on our hair. And we can tell instantly from, it was working like this for years. Now I bought it after January and I can't use it. And then they changed their marketing to for all hair types. Carol daughter did that.
right. And it's like, hold on. And
It's
where
not for all hair types.
they lost their exclusivity, and it's not that you're trying to keep everybody else out.
Right.
It's the fact that this core market gets you. Like,
Right. Because you made a product that solved the problem for a segment of society.
Exactly. Like hey, Dr. Tachi, how would we feel? How would Dr. Madam CJ Walker, if she changed it to fit everybody? That's essentially what they did. Let's just make this available to just.
And see, it's not a one-off because this has happened to 3 other companies who started out black hair care, because there is a certain type of formula that our hair needs that it doesn't. If you use a certain type of oil that is available for everybody else's hair, it doesn't work with us because we have a different type of hair. That's just how it is.
Right.
So that's not being discriminatory against the other people. It's just that you guys have mass market brands already, Pantene and whatever else you want to buy. So these people made these products to solve a problem, and you were solving the problem. Now the problem, I have it again. So now I'm gonna have to leave you I think it's my Milelle, Miley or something. I have to leave you, Carol daughter. I have to leave you, Shea Moisture. I have to leave you. That's what happens because of you didn't fix our problem. Now, getting back to this, the Bud Light thing, you forgot your core customer. So when I saw this immediately, I listened to the messaging. That's why I don't want to focus on the transgender thing because that's not what we're talking about.
No.
The message, that's why I played her post twice. I wanted you to hear what she said. So getting back to the main thing, Who is the core customer for Bud Light? Off your head, you don't even have to search
Look,
or look it
we're
up.
talking about South, Deep South, men,
Male,
male,
18 up. I mean,
male
21 up.
21 and over, but they're normally in the South and they are
In a bar,
in a bar,
at home, doing what?
watching the sport.
Any sport. I don't care what it is.
Right.
That is their core customer. So listening to her messaging, she didn't even know whatever sport this is. What? That doesn't appeal to the core customer.
No.
So does everybody remember Spud McKenzie?
Yeah. The dog.
Spud. Let's
with
talk
the
about
black
that
eye.
cute little dog. Yeah, Spud McKenzie. Now, Spud McKenzie was a part of their marketing campaign. They had a big campaign, and I had some deal. Hold on. It's a bull terrier character used for extensive advertising campaign in the late 1980s.
Mm-hmm.
So Spud McKenzie debuted in a Spud Light Super Bowl ad in 1987. Okay, that's what they're saying, and they saying he was retired in 1989. It wasn't a he. Spud was a girl, so it wasn't a he. So Spud the girl was retired in 89. So, but I remember, you remember those commercials? It was the dog and the cheerleader women, and they were Bud Light. And the commercials were during the Super Bowl, during March Madness, during the finals, whatever sporting event that they could put into. So see how that marketing message was. It wasn't opposite of what the core customer was about.
Right. Now, I'm thinking that with this latest thing, they could have included, I'm watching it too. I'm watching the March Madness and know what sport it was. Not be clueless. They didn't have to go clueless.
Right. So you look at her post. She's dressed breakfast at Tiffany's with a can of beer, saying things like, I don't know what sport your guys are talking about. I don't know what this is about, but I'm celebrating 365 days of womanhood. Marketing mismatch, not anything about transgender. What do your core customers want to see? And see, this is why I'm glad we saw the part with the marketing manager who was the head of this camp. She was like, "Oh, we just, you gotta. This is an old stodgy, fuddy duddy. This isn't selling, blah blah blah. And I'm just coming in and I'm gonna make it inclusive and blow it up." Now, my personal feeling is you can be inclusive. You can shake up a brand, not to this extent, because what? You're leaving behind the core customer. You're ignoring the core customer, and that does not work.
You told us before, everybody is not your customer. However, when you know your customer, you don't abandon them on the side of the road. Just walk away from them, because pretty much that's what they just did. They walked away from the customers that brought them to this. How long has Anheuser-Busch been around? 100 years or more? They've been around a long time. And
so I'm just saying, and there's another video that she did. She's in a bathtub drinking a Bud Light beer. I didn't see that one. I didn't see that one, or I would have showed it. But I just figured the first one was mismatched enough. I really didn't need to see anymore. I really didn't. And I understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to shake it up. And there's good ways to shake it up. There's good ways to get your brand in the news. This does not work because you forgot your core customer. And now they are very, 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 very angry. It is March. It is April 11th. They're still talking about this thing on social media. Liquor stores are saying they're not ordering it. Bars are not ordering it. A bar that says, well, we're not going to order Bud Light. Really? So I don't see, I went to Dylan's page. I don't see anything about the bathtub one. Maybe she took that down. So this is what's been going on, and it finally hit the news, and I was like, because I heard about this last week, I just kind of I ignored it, and then it was, things kept popping up, and it was like, what did Kid Rock do, and what did this person say, and what did that person say, and I went in. So to add to that, and I had the map, but I don't have it. Did you know there's a website for cookouts, for barbecues, for grills? It's called Cookout News.
Oh.
I was trying to find the article with the map, but they had a map of the United States, and they wanted to see where the boycott happening, what states. So they did a trend. They used trend software. They geotagged Twitter data. They created a map. I wanted to show you, but so they're saying that the top 10 boycott Bud states are Utah, Arizona, Florida, Missouri, Nevada, Tennessee, Wyoming, North Dakota, New Hampshire, and Ohio. Okay, so that's what's happening. Cookout News. I was like, wow, there's a website about grills.
And these, because the audience would be having Bud Lights or whatever beer at these functions.
Right. We're talking bars, we're talking liquor stores, we're talking people not buying it and being vocal about it. Again, I didn't check Facebook. I'm pretty sure there's a party over there too, but I didn't check Facebook. So when I heard of this and I got deep into it, I was like, you forgot your core customer. You never do that. That's golden rule of marketing. You never, ever forget your customer, your core customer. Why? We see why. You're trying to appeal to Gen Z and saying that, okay, well, we could get this transgender influencer to talk about Bud Light. Yes, you can, but not in that way, because all of that instantly turned off your core customer. And not saying that they're homophobic or whatever. What we're just saying, I'm saying the messaging of it's 21 males, 21 and up. Some women too, but mostly males. They are sports enthusiasts, oriented. They drink it at the bar. They drink it at home. They have a barbecue in the backyard, and they drink it and they watch the game, whatever the game is. So if you don't speak their language, they're going to be upset. And then if you've been talking their language for years, I don't know how old Bud Light is of a brand, but they've been talking that, I would say, let's say the 60s, maybe. When did Bud Light come out? Let's see.
I'm looking for it.
Oh, you gonna look at it? Okay.
Bud Light introduced in 1982 as Budweiser Light and known as exclusively as Bud Light by late 1984. It is Budweiser's flagship low-calorie beverage, advertised as a light beer.
Okay. Right. So the 80s is when all the light talk, Miller Light, Bud Light, this light, Coors Light, because there was in the 80s, there was, the whole health and physical fitness and working out, all that was big in the 80s. That's just exploded. So they were like, okay, well, we're going to make a light beer. Okay. But you've been talking to them since the late 80s, this core group. And you've been telling them what they want to hear, and you've been giving them messages. Had Spud McKenzie. It was fun. There's a dog. Yeah, party. We barbecuing in the back. I believe. Did Bud Light have the remember the guys? What's up?
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
What's up? Yeah, and they were a bunch of dudes.
Yes, hanging around the apartment. Hey, what you doing? What's up? What you do? You come over to watch the game? No, I'm not coming to watch the game. It got attention because that was talking to their core market, their core consumer. Let me see. What's up, beer? I'm trying to remember if that was Bud Light.
Wow.
I'm trying to remember. Was it Bud Light? Yes, it was. Yes, it was the what's up. That was Bud Light. I want to say the 90s. Yes. From 1999 to 2002. The first spot aired on Monday Night Football on December 20th, 1999. And this what's up catchphrase, it caught the world, pop culture. Everybody was saying it.
And okay, so now what they did, that younger generation, they were doing the what's up, right?
Yeah.
And so Bud Light took that and had people of that same age do the what's up with the beer, right? That works because, but they still stay. It was at the bar, it was at somebody's house, it was at a barbecue when they introduced it with the newer or with the younger generation, right? They didn't leave the like you said, they didn't leave the core demographic. They didn't shift out. They just brought people into that demographic with a new way of saying what's up, and right. They didn't leave.
Yeah, so I want to show you the commercial because I know we remember it, but I just want to, let's just take a look at it real quick. Let me zoom it. I'm not sure if I can make it bigger. Let me see. There it is. Okay, here it is. Oops. That sound? Oh, there we go.
What's up?
All right.
Nothing, B.
There we go.
Hello? Hey, who? What's up? Nothing, B. Just watching the game, having a bud. What's up with you? Nothing. Watching the game, having a bud. True. What's up? Yo, who's that? Yo, pick up the phone. Hello? What's that? What's up? Yeah. Yo, where's Dookie? Yo, Dookie. Yo. What's that? What's that? Hold on. Hello? So what's up, B? Watching the game, having a bud. True.
Okay, so that is iconic for the early 2000s. That thing, it was everywhere. The commercials everywhere. They had different versions of it. And what's the core messaging? Guys hanging out, watching what you doing, watching the game, whatever. And this was, roomy situation, and guys coming over with beer, but everybody has a beer. Almost everybody has a bottle of Budweiser in their hands.
And they were watching the game.
And did anybody say Budweiser? Nope.
They said the two guys.
Oh, he said having a bud.
Yeah, watching the game, having a bud.
Having a bud. Right. And that was it. Having a bud. They didn't say, hey, buy this Budweiser. That's not how you do things. You put people in situations that they feel like that could be me and my friends.
Okay, yeah. So that did not happen with this. You couldn't see.
Right. The game is coming on tonight. Let me see what my boys are doing. Let me call you up. Oh, you watching the game? I'm coming over with the bud, or I'm coming over with. That's how things are. Messaging happens. You have to put your core customer into a situation where they go, oh, I could do that. That's me. I should do that. And that's the thing you see with restaurants, with Applebee's and Olive Garden. What are they doing? Showing happy people going to the restaurant eating, and they show it at a certain time of day. Because they know mom and dad is tired or getting off of work, picking up the kids, whatever. They don't want to cook. Oh, Applebee's. Oh, Olive Garden. Oh, Chili's. Oh, whatever. See? Because you have to put your core customer into a situation where they would want to do that or trigger something. Dr. Taji said it was very subtle. You really don't even notice the beer. Right. Exactly. That is perfect advertising.
Okay, so here's the thing. They were promoting a way for you to celebrate your lifestyle, for you to incorporate this into your lifestyle. Like Coke does that.
Right. And it comes on during the game. So if it
Right.
comes on at the beginning of the game and you're like, hey, wait a minute, let me see what so and so is doing. Let me call them up. Hey, what's up? You watching the game? I'm coming over. You put the core customer into a scenario that they would do.
Yes.
And at the end was the card that said Budweiser. And at the time, their little tagline was true. Because I think the guy said something and
Right.
the other guy said true.
Right. That was the catchphrase of that time period. True.
Right. So see how at that time they tapped in to culture at the time. They created a catchphrase that caught on with the culture. And they did it in a subtle way. They didn't beat anybody over the head with it. So fast forward to 2023, this lady comes in. She's like, oh, I'm just going to throw a wrecking ball on everything. But you can do that, but you can't forget your core customer. So is the core customer people that know who Dylan is? No.
No.
Don't know who she is.
The core customer didn't even understand what was happening.
So show me something that I'm used to seeing, but then you flip it up and show me Barbie when I'm used to seeing barbecue or something.
Right.
I'm going to get angry. Wait a minute. Where's my familiar scenarios? That didn't happen here. So I'm not saying that that Bud Light couldn't shake it up. This was not the way because the messaging was off. She's dressed in Tiffany, the breakfast as Tiffany. I instantly knew that, but the guys don't know that. They're like, what is this?
What is this? Yeah.
Why is her face on the can? Why is she saying about being a woman when to them, to my eyes, obviously, they're saying that's not a woman. So there are things that Bud Light is telling their customer that's watching it, like, don't believe, look at what I'm showing you. Isn't this great? There's a way to do that. This wasn't it. So this is why things are happening. They're continuing to happen. April 11th, still happening after March 30th. That's a very long time in social media land where you're not posting, you're not talking, and you put out one statement, but everybody else is talking, saying that they're going to boycott, they're never buying, never. And guess what? They're telling their friends, hey, let's watch the game. Oh, get the Bud. I'm not buying Bud Light. Don't you know? No, what happened? They did blah, blah, blah. And that's how the conversation happens. So
you mean that same word of mouth that gets you customers can take them customers away.
Come over for the game. Bring the Bud Light. I'm not bringing Bud Light. What's wrong with you? And then you get in a conversation and it spreads. So is this recoverable? That's the question. Can Bud Light recover? Can they?
I don't know. There's a whole lot of people who 86. They're like, they used to have Bud Light was like the sponsors for a lot
of the sponsor. Yes, the sponsor. Thank you for bringing it up. They're sponsor of a lot of good charitable things.
Like so what is the country? Some country Western person said, nope, they shall not be. They severed ties with Bud Light and would not, take their sponsorship.
So here's if I was this person, I would have this marketing manager. I would have said, listen, can we do a new brand? I would have went to Anheuser-Busch. Can we do a new brand? Let's not shake up Bud Light too much.
Right.
They're already making the beer. See, what you don't know, the beer is already made. It's just a brand. Making a new brand is just slapping a label.
You put it in a can, a different can. So just put it in a different can.
Yes.
And just make
the same can, but the labeling of the can and the labeling of the box.
Right. And then it's now
and
for this audience.
You have your copywriters that you're paying all this money for figure out how do we reach this new customer that we want, which is what Bud Light was trying to do.
Instead
of a new customer.
But what they did was push it in front of their old customers, which were not going to feel that. They're not going to buy that.
I'm like, where did they do the test? They must not have done any test studies. Because if they did a test study, the test study would have said, no, do not put this ad. And it's not even an ad. It's just they went into this partnership with the influencer. Nope. You want to spice up the brand. You want to bring new customers. You want to put a fresh coat of paint on Bud Light. This is not it. There's another road. But if you want to do this, you want to reach out to the LGBTQ plus community. This is not how you do it.
You have to go where
how you do it.
You go where they are. They are not where you put that.
You have to be in that culture, that community, absorb it and talk to people and see what's what and see if they want your brand. They might not even want that. They might have their own thing that they're doing. Did you find out Bud Light? No. The lady just was like, oh, what does she call it? Fudgy, stodgy, something she called it. And she's like, oh, we're just going to, it needs to be inclusive and we're just going to bulldoze everything. That's what she said. To me in between. She didn't really say that. She said some other words, but I was like, you just bulldoze the brand just because of, I don't understand the thinking. So
and that
was my solution, was like, make a new brand.
It wasn't thought out. It's kind of like, okay, New Coke didn't even do this.
Who asked for New Coke? Remember that? Did anybody ask for New Coke? Not I. I didn't ask for New Coke.
Leave Coke alone. We were good. Just why you bringing it
broke? Don't fix it. If it ain't broken, if it's not broken.
Okay, so doing something new for the sake of doing something new is not a good idea when you're gonna mess up what you have going.
Right. So where are they now? Bud Light. They're in a quagmire. They're in a muck. They're in the muck. They got
I think they have a chance of coming out, but they're gonna need to, like you say, separate the brands. Separate the audience. You can't, even if it's the same. Okay, so there's toothpaste, right?
Right.
Colgate might have Colgate, and then they have another brand of toothpaste. The same company could be the same toothpaste in a different tube, marketed to different people.
Right. So she wanted young customers to come and drink the brand because that means Bud Light has shifted older, is kind of out of touch. I agree with that. I agree with the assessment. It's out of touch. But there's a way to freshen up the brand without alienating your core customers. There's a way to do it.
Okay, so I think there's this another commercial. I think it's from Coors Light. Not sure. Mm-hmm. The guy, his wife was going out to do something, and he went to the refrigerator, got the beer, went into the bathtub, and got into, he's going to take a bath, but he's watching sports, and they're talking about chill. And I think that was Coors Light. He's chilling in the bathtub with his beer, watching the game. They could have done that, but they didn't do that. I believe this is Coors, I'm going to have to go look it up. They had a younger audience.
Okay.
They like to take care of themselves. So he got, how a woman would get into the tub with a glass of wine and candles and
rose petals. Yes.
He got in the tub with his
the Coors Light
and put the Coors Light, but had the game on the iPad or some type of tablet. He's watching the game, chilling in the tub.
Right.
Kind of, that's his way, or that's the way. Maybe he's showing a dude's way of chilling.
Right. Doing what his wife does, but his way, the guy's way.
Exactly. But it was a younger audience. An older dude was not going to do that. But they were playing to the younger audience. And I was like, oh, so that's going to resonate with somebody. But it was still Coors and you chill.
Right. No, I understand. So does everybody see where they went wrong? But because Bud Light went wrong. They're wrong. And it has nothing to do with, okay, it's a transgendered person. It's just that the messaging, because I could not believe it when I heard it. I was like, she's saying these things? What of a sport? Or I don't know what you guys are doing, but look at this one I'm doing. No. You do not denigrate the sport. You have to, if you're going to talk to a sports person, you have to know something. You don't have to be an expert, but you have to know what, maybe what a down is. Maybe what the half is, what they do at the half, or the sports terminology. And she was like, "Oh, I don't care about all of that. Oh, is there some sport thing going on? Who cares? I've been celebrating me for 365, and here's a can of me on Bud Light. Don't you want this? No. Oh, Fran, you're muted. Hold on. Fran's muted.
And they didn't go back into the $15,000 you can earn. That totally. I'm like, what?
And nobody's talking about that. If that was the idea behind this Instagram ad, nobody's talking about that. All they're talking about is the controversy, and then Kid Rock comes out and does a video and says, "F this, F that," and shoots up some beer in his backyard, which that appeals to their core audience. So I don't know. I'm just saying, if you're in marketing, which she's the head of the thing. I meant to check to see if this was in-house. Probably is because of the way that I think her title or what she was saying. So this was in-house advertising, which says a lot, because if they had did out of home OOT. Not OOT. If they had gone with an advertising agency, they'd thrown a pitch. They invite people to come and pitch. The advertising agency's job is to keep their ear to the streets. What's going on culturally? What are people talking about? That's their job. So they can come to the client and say, you give them the demographics and the psychographics, and you say, well, this is the current state of that culture, that area that you want to get into. This is what they're talking about. These are the words they use. This is what they say, think, feel, whatever. So Budweiser didn't do that. Budweiser was like, okay, we just going to throw a bomb in there and just, we're just going to, because everything is so, about diversity and inclusivity. And how do we connect this to LGBTQ plus? Oh, get a transgendered person to talk about. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. You're muted again.
And they had mixed signals, because the mixed signals was because they first started talking about you can win $15,000 by doing something. And I don't even remember what you needed to do to
use a hashtag. You had to use that. You had to do something and use a hashtag. I don't even know.
And I was like, okay, but then it was talking about, I don't know what sport we're in. So I'm confused about what I'm supposed to be seeing.
Oh, okay. So Bud Light is giving you the chance to win $15,000. Share a video with the hashtag Easy Carry Contest for a chance to win, and then hashtag Bud Light Partner. So her post has 11,415 comments as of today.
So apparently that was supposed to be easy carry. That what she did, because I'm not understanding this.
So I mean, if you got time, if you want to be entertained, go to Twitter and go to Bud Light. Yes, ill thought. Yes, and her comments, the head of the marketing campaign, or they wanted new customers, they wanted new drinkers, so that would be Gen Z.
So can I show you?
Go ahead.
I was going to show you the Coors Light commercial, because
let's see that.
They did this right.
Let me see. Everything behind this is messaging. It's not the fact that they had a transgendered influencer. That's not. It could have been anybody. The messaging was off, all the way off of the grid, all in space somewhere.
Okay, can you all see that?
Mm-hmm.
Is it big enough?
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Okay, so I'm gonna hit play. I think my music is up.
Yep. Perfect.
It was 15
Nothing wrong with that.
seconds.
Nothing wrong with that.
It was a
Nothing wrong with that.
It was a 15-second commercial.
The game and the beer is in there, but he's relaxed and happy.
And chill. Whoever his significant
Chill,
other was
yeah,
like,
chill.
I'm out.
Right. Right. And the core customer sees that ad and goes, I want to be that guy. I want to do that. Let me go do it now. Let me go get some. I don't have a Coors Light. Let me go get some Coors Light or have it delivered or however you get it. Come on.
Right. Because the core audience, even the people who may have been older Coors Light audience, they're not going to go, oh.
That doesn't bother them because they're already drinking it. They're already.
And, he's enjoying the game too.
Right. Right. It was a reminder to watch the game and get some beer.
And you don't have to. Right. And you don't
That's
have
what
to.
you want.
You didn't have to give up your chill time to do it. You could watch the game and chill.
An ad is supposed to sell the product or the service. So all the ones that we talked about before, the What's Up and this chill one, people went out and bought beer.
Mm-hmm.
This ad with Dylan, people shot up their beer, threw their beer out, screamed and ranted, and on Twitter went to the bar and told everybody at the bar, don't give me that Bud Light, don't you buy Bud Light, blah blah blah. Why? And then the people that don't know go, why? And so the person that comes in and tells them, so see how that negative word of mouth. People, I've seen some comments saying they will never ever buy Anheuser-Busch products because remember they make more than Bud Light.
Yeah, I was gonna say they do some other stuff.
They make Budweiser, and Budweiser, those commercials with the Clydesdale horses, with the puppy, and they make you cry, and this and the feeling of the this is gonna blow back on the other brands.
So she messed up in the face of the company, not just Bud Light.
And there's no explanation from Anheuser-Busch except that one statement about the commemorative cans. But your girl went on a podcast and said what she wanted to do. Ooh, it's just a lesson in what not to do. So your golden rule of marketing: know your core customer, keep them happy. Do not alienate them because you want new customers. Everybody wants new customers. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light. Everybody wants new customers. That's not the way to do it. You don't blow up your brand with your satisfied customers who are buying it, not even thinking that there are other beers that they can buy. Now
they are looking. Their minds. They're looking for other beer.
Yeah, they're going to look for other brands and they're going to buy Coors Light, Miller Lite, whatever this.
This is like Twitter. You blow up Twitter, and now people are looking for other places to go.
Oh, yeah.
They're looking for alternatives because they didn't feel like you took care of them.
Anymore. I'm not happy anymore. Bud Light drinkers aren't happy anymore. The old boomers that you denigrate, boomers that have money, boomers that buy off of brand loyalty. Boomers buy off of brand loyalty. That means your sales stay constant. Gen Z does not believe in brand loyalty. They go wherever they want to go because, that looks good. That looks good. Let's try that. They do not understand that concept of brand loyalty. So brand loyalty translates into constant sales, consistent sales.
So this new commercial, they're gonna do like they did with Blab. I'm tired of it. And then but
I don't know. They've been silent since March 30th. I'm waiting to see. Well, what are you gonna say now? You have to start talking. So do they give it another week or so and start talking like nothing happens? I think that's what they're going to do. But
They're
we'll
gonna
see.
let it blow over and let something else come in to let some
It's just the
other.
boomers are upset. Who cares about the boomers?
They're the ones with the money, sweetie.
But see, what you don't want to stir up something that didn't have to be stirred up in the hornet's nest. They didn't have to do that. They could have. We got to keep our people, our boomers, happy. But how do we get Gen Z into the mix? And I would say either you have to have a carefully thought out ad campaign, or you come up with a different brand, a new brand, because you just it's the same beer. You just put it in a can and slap on a new label. So I don't know why they didn't want to do that. Maybe they didn't want to spend the money, but I don't know. So this was something that I saw and I was like, oh, here's another marketing meltdown. Let's talk about it, because there's a lesson in this. Do not forget your core customer. Do not forget them. We've talked about this before with other brands. It was Carol's daughter. It was Shea Butter, Shea Moisture. Now the Miley did that this year. So you're making your customer unhappy. Why would you do that? I don't understand. So here we have it. So this is your lesson. Keep your customers happy. Know what they want. Fix their problem. Solve their problem. Make sure you're talking in a language and messaging that understands. Also, trending stuff that's happening. You want to get in on a trend. Make sure it connects with your core audience, your core customer.
That's
before
it.
You go off. Yeah. I've seen lots of people go, well, I did the trendy thing and my audience didn't like it, because you did something they don't like.
You didn't consider would they enjoy the trend. You just gonna.
There's a way to connect it. For example, real quick, I remember on TikTok when it first came out, there was the Gen Z kid and his grandma. And he brought his grandma in and said, hey, grandma, something, and they would do something funny. That's how you connect the two. You connect the Gen Z with the boomer.
Right.
Because they did something that was funny to both, that was pleasing and entertaining to both. I forgot what this was when TikTok first started. I think pre-pandemic. It was like, okay, that's when, the older people are coming over. And you're like, they're not going to use TikTok. Well, if you get the grandchildren are using it and showing the grandparents, of course, they're going to get the connection. So that's how you do it. You don't just do the trend thing and come on and not understand the culture and how things are said and the messaging. So those are important points to remember from this lesson. And Bud Light, I don't know. We'll have to see what happens.
They did not do a market study. They did not bring some people in a room and sit them down.
Right. That's what they did. If they did it in-house, it's in-house is all yes people. Oh, yes. If you do an outside agency, they will come in. And like I said, it's their job to know what's happening right now culturally or what's being said, because they can connect that to your brand. But if you're all in-house and everybody's a yes person, oh, that sounds like, yeah, let's just do it. What about a study? No, we don't know. This sounds good. But an agency, a reputable agency will walk you through all that, what you need to know. You need to do this, and that messaging doesn't work, but this does, because they do the studying of that. They have research departments and everything that does that. So
okay, so go ahead, and then I'm going to ask a question.
No, I was just saying that I haven't checked this person. Well, I'm thinking she's in-house, because no agency would do this. Just from what I know, but I'm trying to remember what her title was. She was in one of the videos.
Well, she said Bud Light. She's the Bud Light Vice President of Marketing.
There you go, in-house. I told you. And
then she says if she's facing backlash for calling the brand's past marketing efforts really out of touch and fratty.
Yes, that's what she called it. I'm like, what is fratty? Wow. Never heard that before. So it's she should have been quiet, but now that's another log on the fire.
Mm.
The fire might have been dying out, but she went on this podcast to defend her stance. So this is a good lesson of in-house versus I'm gonna say outhouse, but outside of the business marketing. That's why you hire marketing agencies. That's why they have all of these, out, because they do that. They have a department that does this. They have a department that knows demographics, and they have a department that knows psychographics. They have a department that does the research on whatever happened with this. And they have all of those pieces, and they put it together and they give you a pitch that works. Versus this person she's the vice president of marketing, and she blew up the brand inside of the business. This wasn't an outside marketing firm. I mean, advertising firm. This was
Oh.
in the house. It call came from inside the house.
Okay, so here's the thing. There's a tweet from Travis Tritt. He says, in full disclosure, I was on a tour sponsored by Budweiser in the 90s. That's when Anheuser-Busch was American owned, a great American company that later sold out to the Europeans.
Ooh.
And
I didn't know
became
that.
unrecognizable to the American consumer.
Wow.
Okay, so it's no longer owned by an American company. And if it's a lot of people outside of the United States do not get us.
Well, she's American. So
is she?
Yeah, I believe so. So being out of because a lot of corporations, they're overseas, but they have when they have American arm, they let the Americans take over, because that's the smart way to do it. Culturally, you're in America, so you let the Americans take over because they know the culture, they know the language. There's a different disconnect with the language, but she should have kept her mouth shut, because she saw the bomb go off, it imploded, and then she said, let me fix it by going on this podcast and defending what my stance.
Don't
wrong.
Do that. You don't ever. That's not a good move.
Wrong. So this is a good lesson of inside in-house marketing campaigns full of yes people. There's nobody outside to give a view of, maybe you might not want to do that. You might want to think like that, because you're inside, you're in-house, so it's all yes men, and they're all patting each other on the back. Yeah, good idea. Yeah. So they and they don't do any studies, they don't do any this and that. No, who needs to do that? But now you see why you hire an agency, and they come with all of these things that they do for you, and they put a pitch together based on the knowledge that they gathered. So this is just something to see, is what I'm saying. So just remember, for us, remember your core customer.
Mm-hmm.
Keep in touch with them. Listen online, see what's being said in your industry, what's being said, and I don't like this, I like that. Just a reminder. So thank you, Bud Light, for the reminder. So
wow,
and that's what I have for you this week.
Woo! I'm just saying, that's why you come here every Tuesday, to get some marketing insight, so you'll know what to do and what not to do in your business.
Yeah, we got to dig into that.
Right. And we learn these valuable lessons about how to keep our customers, and gain a customer, keep a customer, what to do and not to do. We need to follow the golden rule. Keep up with your customers. So you need to follow TJ everywhere. She's at terryjohnsononline.com/info. You can follow her there, get on her Discord, get the notices, get the updates, stay in the know, so that you know how to maneuver, how to move and shake whenever you need to.
And notice we didn't talk about AI today. We didn't talk about AI today, but I'm working on some things. So you want to be in the Discord, you want to follow me everywhere, Terry Johnson Online, because there's something coming up. I'm trying to work it out for next month. I don't want to give a definite date, but I'm working on it. Because we got to get in there and start doing things the new way.
Yes, the new way without blowing up the old way.
We don't want to alienate our core customer. We don't want to make them angry. We want to because see, you've spent a lot of time, money, and effort in getting a customer. Once you achieve that goal, you want to keep them, because the cost of trying to get another new customer, that's a lot. That's cost and effort and time that you could put on keeping
the ones you have.
The one that you have, keep them happy.
And the ones that you have are going to get you new ones because they're going to go tell their friends.
Right. Word of mouth. So you see how word of mouth works here in a negative way to devalue or blow up the brand. But, you know, word of mouth in a positive way brings you more customers, more revenue, more sales, more money. You want to do that.
So you want to connect with TJ, and then you want to come back here next Tuesday so you can get some more. Get your Tuesday fix right here.
Oh, I like that.
Get your Tuesday fix, because we need to make sure that you are running a profitable business that's fun to run. That's what Bizchicks does. So we invite you to become a part of the Bizchicks community. Go to, okay, wait a minute. Here we go. Just go to bizchicks.net.
Yeah.
Or you can join Bizchicks by texting B-I-Z to 33777. But get on our list. We do not spam. We're just going to bring you great content and great information and great people like TJ to help you take the hassle out of your hustle. So join us. You can also join our YouTube channel where we are building our community over there. All you need to do is go to bizchicks.net. It'll take you right over to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel, get the notifications, and then meet us back here on Tuesday. Okay?
Yep.
So thank you so much. Looking forward to seeing you again real soon. Tomorrow, we got Coach Karen coming up talking about money mindsets. But until next Tuesday, remember.
See you later. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Yep. And we will talk to you real soon.